Hola chicos, mi nombre es Andianda. Ahora vamos a hablar. Good to know that my entire Spanish ancestry is not disappointed in me. Alright, what's up guys? This is Evan Deanda, and we're doing a video. Okay, so before we start today, I have a few updates. First of all, I got a speaker, and I have an unhealthy addiction to it. So I've just been playing with that for the past few days, and I'm just having a whole lot of fun with it. But the reason I bought it though is because I want to do more covers on the channel. I already did one for it was a cover of Motion Picture Soundtrack by Radiohead, and let me tell you, let me raise the volume on this first of all. But yeah, it was a noble first attempt. My voice was definitely a bit flat, but you know what? We're working on it. We're definitely going to work on it. Also, another update. So you may notice that I'm not wearing purple glasses anymore. Well, the reason I'm doing this is because my entire family thinks I look gay in them. So we're going to retire them. Alright, so for this video, we're going to do something a little bit different. So I want to do this yearly because I feel like I'm definitely improving and I'm changing as a person per year. I definitely did that a lot this year because if 2020. So I want to make this a yearly series where I give advice to my younger self and see how much I've changed as a person. And who knows, maybe you lot can learn something from this. I don't know. So this is advice towards, I'd probably say myself at the beginning of the year because I was in shambles. Yeah, I was in shambles at the beginning of 2020, so I'm just going to give some advice to myself. Okay, so first of all, we're going to talk about self-confidence. So, all right, I'm going to talk to younger me for a second. So, you care too much about what people think of you. You have negative self-image in terms of your body. Like a loser. But yeah, so we're gonna give you some tips, okay? First of all, we're actually gonna be serious for a second. People will talk behind your back. It's just a matter of life, okay? People will talk horrible things about you behind your back, and you will never know what they say about you, and that's just a matter of life, and that's something I've learned over the years. And the best thing you can do is just ignore them, because think of it this way: if they have the audacity to talk about you behind your back instead of saying that thing to you in person, then are they even worth stressing about? I mean, just live your own life and not care what other people think of you. I mean, think about this. Like, I know the average human lives for about 90 years, but that time goes by extremely fast. I mean, in my 15 years of living, they've gone by, some of the time they went by extremely slow, but looking back, I feel like time has gone by like that, So why waste your time on earth caring about what other people think, and instead focus on you, focus on living your life, focusing on achieving the dreams that you want to achieve. So yeah, that's something you should do, younger me. Also, it has come to my attention that you also have negative self-image, and come to me that you have body problems, and that sucks, and I don't blame you. Like, our culture has pushed, like, the ideal male and female image onto us that we don't take the time to appreciate all other sorts of body types. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't look like the ideal female or male image. If you're healthy and if you're taking care of your body, then you're doing pretty well for yourself, and I applaud thee. And yeah, like, sure, you're not as skinny or you're not as like muscular as your peers at the school you go to, but like that doesn't matter. I mean, just look like yourself. You. I don't know if you realize this, but you've got some pretty good genes, my guy. I mean, and also, here's something else you consider. if your ancestors managed to find a mate for thousands of years, then I think you can as well. All right, so we're going to move on to our next topic. That's about it's about women. Okay, so I have TikTok, and I feel like it's pressured on me that like there's so many like relationships and people in relationships, and I feel like in our culture, people hype up being in a relationship as one of the greatest things ever and one of the greatest ways you can get happiness. And I just find that that's just a load of baloney, if you will, because you know what? Being in a relationship doesn't automatically make you happy. It can make you happy, but it doesn't mean you'll always be happy no matter what. That's just BS. And I don't know if anyone else gets this. It's probably just me, but yeah, that's how I've been feeling. And you don't need a relationship or a boyfriend slash girlfriend or spouse or whatever to be happy. You know, first of all, and I say you need to be ready for that. You need to put yourself in a position that makes yourself ready for a relationship, because you can't just expect your spouse or anything to fix you. That's not how it works. It's a two-way sort of thing, you know? I mean, of course, you two can help each other to become better people. Just being in a relationship won't fix you. That's not how life works, okay? So, yeah. This conversation got way too deep for me, so... Uh-oh. All right, so those are the two main categories, but I just want to go into like a few more specifics. So first of all, we're going to talk about compassion. I don't care what anyone else says. Have a lot of compassion and love towards others. I know it sounds like some Hakuna Matata type stuff, but it's true. Like having basic compassion and love towards other people, it will get you extremely far, even if people aren't sharing that same thing back, you know? I feel as if, instead of like starting fights or starting drama with other people, I just turn the other cheek and let it go. It has saved my butt so many times, and I feel like that's the way to go. I mean, of course, there will be some times where you have to defend yourself and stick to your gun, but there will be a lot of times where letting things go will make just as much sense as holding on. So, yeah, forgiveness is a beautiful thing, people, and I feel like not a lot of people, do it. So please do that, okay? Oh, also, okay, so this is gonna be a lot less deep. This is about songwriting. Okay, younger me, you want to be a songwriter. I understand that being a songwriter is extremely cool, but if you want to do that, you need to write as much as possible, and like I'm stressing that. Write as much as you physically can. The only way to be good at songwriting is to write as much as you can, okay? So, also, this is another thing. Write about literally anything, okay? And write about as much as you can. If you really want to be a versatile songwriter, write about literally everything, okay? That's how you get better at songwriting, okay? And thankfully, I've taken it upon myself to write as much as I can. And there's this really cool quote. I forgot who said it, but it's basically, if you can write a love song without actually being in love, then that just proves how amazing you are as a songwriter. And I've tried to do that on multiple occasions where I try to write love songs when I'm not actually in love. Yeah, write as much as you can, okay? This is for any aspiring songwriters. Write as much as you can, and also experiment. Songs are just poetry to music. So, if you want to be a good songwriter, study poetry and different types of poetry. I try to write songs in like. It was a motorcycle outside. But yeah, so I recommend like writing in like different like sonnet forms or writing in iambic pentameter or anything like that. And yeah, that just looking into different just writing in different poem forms will definitely improve your songwriting. So yeah. Also, something you should also do more of is practice talking to new people. So yeah, That's all the advice I can give to you for now. I can't really think of anything else. Does anyone else remember that in like early 2020 when the coronavirus stuff was happening, people were promising that like by summer all of this would be over? Yeah, those were good times. Those were very good times. Ugh. We've been dealing with the coronavirus for like, I don't know, I want to say like 8 to 10 months, but still, it's crazy how long it's been, and like people around me are changing, and they have changed in so many different ways that to some, like, they're not even recognizable, and it's crazy. You know, it's funny how people change. It's even funnier how at first you thought people changed. However, you realize they just stayed the same. And you're just now realizing it. Yeah. I mean, I want to say that I changed, but have I stayed the same? Am I still the same person I was at the beginning of the year? I mean, for me at least, I don't want to be the same person I was in the beginning of the year. I want to say that I've grown as a person, grown as a brother, as a son, as a friend, and I want to say that I was a better person than I was at the beginning of the year, and I hope that people around me will agree with me. And, that's just my goal in life, just to be the best person that I can possibly be for others. And, because there's a lot of, if you look outside your window, there's so much hate in this world, and it's chaotic, and it can mess with your mind sometimes, and it can give you headaches. But, I just want to stay as far away from that as I possibly can and just contribute literally the exact opposite of the chaos and hate that I see outside my window. So that's why, I try to be compassionate, I try to be loving, I try to be forgiving. And sometimes I do fall short, but you know what? There's always a next time. There's always a tomorrow. Except when there isn't. Except when you can't make things right. Except when it's too late and you can't make things right. And, well, what do you do from there?
Hey kids, you want to learn more about the FNAF lore?